season started right after this. Live from Dodger Stadium, opening day baseball on the show. It's the Arizona Diamondbacks taking on the Los Angeles Dodgers. John Shambi, Chris Singleton with you. All right, partner, ready to go. Always a pleasure to get things started with you on opening day.
Well, Happy New Year, buddy. And anyone that's involved in baseball, even though it's not January 1st, this is the start of a new year. Every team has playoff hopes. I love this time of the year. I'm excited to get things going.
All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. Today's starting pitcher, Shohei Ohtani. What do we need to know here about the right-hander?
Power pitcher. He's going to speed you up with the fastball velocity, and out of his hand will explode the breaking ball. Very difficult for hitters to keep that front side closed and hit the ball the other way, because they know if they're not ready to pull the trigger, the fastball will beat them.
Geraldo Perdomo, the leadoff batter, as he looks at ball one. The 1-0.
Ball, that's too high.
Misses just off the outside edge. I think that was a strike. Challenge from behind the dish here. Just caught the zone by a whisker, and the call is overturned. So they still got both their challenges. Almost got him. That one misses. So a leadoff walk.
Batting second baseman Ketel Marte.
Ketel Marte up to the plate. And he swings and misses at the initial offering.
As a veteran out there on the ball, you're trying to establish both edges of the plate. Right here, he's working inside.
Just underway, crowd getting settled here at Dodger Stadium. Swing and a miss. That one at 99. Going to count 1-2. Ground ball right side. It squirts through. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
Batting third, right fielder Corbin Carroll.
He kind of rolled over on this pitch a little bit, but he got enough behind it to shoot it through for a knock. And you'll take that anytime you can get him to find a hole.
This is Corbin Carroll, third baseman playing on the edge of the grass, looking for the sac bunt.
Nope, that's down.
Missed. Swing and a miss. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Boom. That's cheddar, baby.
Ripped right field. That's back there. That one way back, and it's gone. A 3-run shot. His first homer of the year. The Diamondbacks score first. It's 3-0.
You can't ask for a better start than hitting a home run in your first at bat to give your team the lead. Looks like this guy was looking out over the plate, but he was ready to turn on the inside fastball. So direct to the pitch, absolutely blasted out of this ballpark.
So now here's the DH, Pavin Smith. He is an absolute flamethrower, of course, and you don't have to watch very long, and the radar gun is lighting right up.
Well, you can see all the fans looking at the scoreboard after each pitch. I don't think you see it at the plate. You hear it go by.
Lifted in the air down the left side. That one gets down for a hit. Chris, it seems like more and more pitchers are training to up that velocity.
Yeah, and they're understanding efficiency as well, from mechanics, from biomechanics. These pitchers are paying attention. They're trying to get better.
Runner on the goal. Pitch way inside. And that's a stolen base. Not even close.
That's out.
Location as well with the velocity. So many of these hard throwers are working up in the zone, at least in part to combat the launch angle swing, right?
Yeah, and if you're effective with that pitch where you can throw it at the top of the zone as a strike that can be called, now you can start to elevate and try to get that swing and miss with 2 strikes.
Man at second. Check swing went around, and the count's even at 2. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And there's one down. Time to take a look at the Diamondbacks lineup. It features a great veteran presence, Carlos Santana.
And Boog, he's a fun at bat to watch. I mean, definitely a threat whenever he's got that bat in his hands. But for me, it's all about the mechanics. They're so sound. And when he gets his foot down on time and starts his swing, so much consistency. That bat stays in the zone for a long time, and he squares up the baseball a lot.
In the air to left center. Pajes takes it in for the out. 2 down.
Batting 7, center fielder Alek Thomas.
Alek Thomas now. He's someone that you might not describe as having elite level speed, but he can absolutely move, and it is a factor in his game. Swing, and it's popped straight up. And that is that. But the biggest swing of the inning comes right here, a 3-run homer. It's now 3-0. This is NL West action on MLB The Show. Back here at Chavez Ravine. And getting the start for Arizona, Merrill Kelly. What do you have on him, Siggy?
His career ERA's been under 4. What I like most about him is his reliability. Takes the ball every 5th day, ready to go whenever the manager calls.
Will Smith steps to the plate for the Dodgers. Swing and a ground ball, and that's just foul. That's a laser base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Just a solid swing right there. Caught it out front and ripped it into the outfield for the base hit. Those always feel great.
Here's Shohei Ohtani. He has, as they like to say...
Let me guess, Boog. Light tower power?
That's right. The 0-1. Here's a high chopper. Nice grab. He flips it to second in time.
He's out.
And 2. What a play.
Very smooth on the feed to second right there. You gotta love that glove toss, Boog. You know, know, sometimes people think these guys are being a little flashy, but it actually can make more sense to do that than try to make a full transfer. And you got to remember, these guys work on that play all the time, so it's in their back pocket whenever they need it.
Freddie Freeman stands in now and watches strike one. Two down, nobody on.
Nope.
Right through there for a strike. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. Nothing doing for the Dodgers here. They trail in this one 3-0. Back here at Dodger Stadium, we move ahead to the top of the second now. Lourdes Gurriel Jr. stands in now for the Diamondbacks.
Off the plate, ball one.
You have to be creative pitching against bad ball hitters. You got to add some velocity, subtract at times. Just avoiding the heart of the plate isn't always going to be enough. Guys like this can hurt you with pitches you wouldn't expect him to swing at. Last couple of pitches breaking balls away. I think he's going to have to come firm inside to be able to open up that location if he wants to go back there later in this count.
And another ball. That one misses.
Base, ball four.
So a leadoff walk.
Batting ninth, first baseman Carlos Santana.
And now it's the switch hitter, Carlos Santana.
Hey.
The 0-1. Gurriel gets his lead at first with nobody out. That just misses.
Ball one.
Now 1-2.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
And that's ruled a swing. It's a strikeout.
We're going to take a look at the pitch sequence of that at bat, and the thing to notice are the pitch locations. Every single one of them on the edges of the strike zone. And as a hitter, that can be pretty frustrating because you don't expect the pitcher to be able to make quality pitches one after another like that. And so those are tough spots to do damage, and a great demonstration of pitch command, and it got him a punch out that time.
Now, Geraldo Perdomo. Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. Hernandez quickly throws it in, and that forces the runner to hold on at second. 2 on with 1 away.
Second baseman Patel.
Everyone's trying to elevate the ball in today's game, but if you can hit a ball that hard on the ground, it's going to find some holes.
First and second, 1 out. Here's Ketel Marte. Runners at first and second with 1 gone here on opening day.
Ball, that's off the plate.
Could use a ground ball here. Something in the infield. Runner at first base. Get 2, get out of this. James Kingsley working the plate. Kingsley's pretty well respected around the league.
Yeah, when you talk to players, I think consistently he is one of the guys you hear compliments about.
Outside.
Players appreciate the job he does back there.
Yeah, that's kind of all you can ask for, really, just a fair chance to go out and have success.
2 on, 1 out. Foul ball there. Singy, what kind of strike zone is most frustrating for hitters?
I'd say off the plate, away, and down. And why? Those are the toughest locations to hit the baseball.
Outside with a breaking
out.
ball. As the game has moved along, we see more and more information supplied by teams about the umpires. I've been in clubhouses where they have pictures of all 4 guys, nicknames, hometowns, and as well hobbies listed, just so you can kind of small talk the umpire a little bit.
That's great.
Two aboard, 2 outs. Now it's the right fielder, Corbin Carroll. He's already homered in this game. High fly ball, and that one curling foul down the right side. Fouled off left side. Two on, 2 outs. And there's a ball. The 1-2. And he couldn't hold back. He's run up on strikes. 2 left on. We go to the bottom of inning number 2. It's the Diamondbacks 3 and the Dodgers nothing. This is NL West action on MLB The Show. Back here in Los Angeles, or should I say back-to-back here in Los Angeles. See, these fans are watching their Dodgers play for the first time since they won the World Series.
Yeah, and they're celebrating a title and opening day. What could be better?
Man, how good was Yamamoto in that series?
Absolutely unreal. Baseball fans across the board will not forget his performance for a long time.
Kelly
Oh,
making
that's
his
out.
first start of the year. And he was drafted in the 8th round back in 2010. The 1-1.
That's
He's
ball 2.
just missing with some pitches that, I mean, they're not strikes, and that's what you think, oh, good pitch is a strike. But so many times pitchers are trying to tease the zone, and the last 2 pitches that he's thrown, good pitches, but even better takes.
Hard hit right side. Marte throws to first in time and quickly one away in the second.
Shortstop, Mookie Betts.
Mookie digs in here. Saying he's a guy that covers both sides of the plate about as well as anyone in the sport. How difficult is that to do?
Well, just look at the back of my bubblegum card. You'll see how hard it is. These guys are great, man. They have the ability to look out there, but also to be able to turn on the inside pitch. Those that can really sharpen things on the outer half, those are the ones that become elite.
Takes the zone, and that's strike 1.
This
That's
hitter's
ball
looking
2.
for a fastball, but I'm not sure he's going to get one. Pitcher doesn't have to challenge him. If he feels better about his off-speed secondary stuff, then stay with it.
This one in the air right field. Dives, but it's foul. Here's a 2-2. Backed off the plate that time.
Straighten him up a little bit.
And that's low
Nope,
for
that's
ball
down.
4.
Ball 4.
Batting 6, right fielder, Kyle Tucker.
1 out man at first. So here's Kyle Tucker now. In the dirt. Next offering is fouled back. So a foul ball makes it 1-2.
This guy's seen 2 changeups in a row. Could be a little vulnerable for a fastball right here.
Fouls that off to the left, and will do it again. The 1-2. Fouled off the plate. They'll do it again. Man at first, one away. And now 2-2.
This guy's a fun guy to watch taking at bat. He just battles up there. He doesn't take a pitch off at all. Makes it so difficult on the pitchers out there. You can tell they get frustrated with how long it takes to put him away.
And it remains 2-2.
5 foul balls in this at bat so far, and these two are going head to head. You can see the crowd. They're starting to get into it a little bit more and more each pitch, even though there hasn't been a ball in play yet.
Catcher challenge. We'll take another look. Pretty close, but it was a ball. Still one challenge left for them. 9th pitch of the at-bat due next. Swing and a ground ball off the middle. That's a base hit. Quick throw back in. Lead runner holds at second with one gone.
Batting 7th, center fielder
Andy Pappas steps to the plate for the Dodgers. Right down to shoot. Strike one. Just missed.
That's a really good job of laying off the 0-2 high fastball. Is going to make that pitcher really have to respect this hitter, even though he's behind in the count.
That misses, and it's 2-2. That one missed. Brings it in.
That was just a great jump and route to the ball. Well, it had to be. If he was going to cover all that ground and bring in that sinking liner, that's the way it had to be done. Nice job.
2 outs, runners at first and second. And now Teoscar Hernandez. Tapped at the plate, but it's a foul ball. Ripped into right center for a base hit. Flying around third is Betts. Run comes in from second. The relay throw. Not going to get him. He's in there.
Well, that gets him a little closer in this one. Put a really nice balanced swing on it, and when you can rope one into the gap like that, you're thinking extra bases from the first couple of steps out of the box, and he'll feel real good about that one.
So 2 on with 2 away. Miguel Rojas at the plate. And that's in for a strike. And that one fouled off.
So now it's all about protect mode. Try to shorten up, try to track the ball, block it if you have to, as far as just a late swing that maybe you're not sure about, but some way, somehow.
Swing and a miss. That's a strikeout. Good job at damage control right there.
Well, this guy competes hard. We see the emotion there. I love it. Great job of getting out of the jam.
Top half of the 3rd inning. Here's the cleanup hitter for the Diamondbacks, Pavin Smith. Pulled hard, but it's a foul ball. He gets there with the slide to first, and they get the out.
Just so impressed with the movement on that play. Footwork was excellent. The arm strength was there. And, of course, the most important part was getting the out.
Here's Nolan Arenado. Struck out swinging his first time. And a foul ball. Oh, 1 now. And that's in for a strike.
It's a tough pitch, but in terms of the best pitch you're going to get to hit in the at-bat, that fastball was down enough where you're going to catch up to one. That's the one. When he elevates, hitters aren't touching it.
Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. The 0-2. And that's down and away. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. That misses.
That's off the plate.
And
Ball
that's
two.
ball 2.
That was absolute gas. Triple digits on the gun. It's just a different experience as a hitter watching that go by.
Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another.
Well, he's desperately looking for that swing and miss. He's going to have to just change speeds a little bit, try to move it around, create just a little bit of illusion at the end.
Here's the 2-2. And that skips into dirt. Got him swinging for the strikeout. He battled for a long time, but it finishes with a strikeout. You can't be mad at yourself after an at-bat like that one. And here's a look at how he's using his pitches in this one. Next to hit, Gabriel Moreno. 0 for 1 with a fly out to center. This to center field. Pajes makes his way towards it, grabs it on the run, and that's the 3rd out. Nothing across here this half. We move on to the bottom of inning number 3. It's the Diamondbacks 3 and the Dodgers 1. Back here in L.A., now it's the Dodger leadoff hitter, Will Smith.
Not a surprise he's off to a good start in this one, given he enjoys playing so much at home. Let's see if he can make it 2 for 2. What he's looking for there in the 0-0 count. Looks like he wants the ball down in his zone.
And that's in for a strike.
Well, he didn't like those first 2 pitches. Now in an 0-2 hole, he's going to have to battle. Hope he gets a mistake.
Foul ball left side. He'll see another. Ball 1 there. Fights that one away. Still 1-2. Got him swinging.
Up next for the Dodgers, designated hitter.
Shohei Ohtani up to the dish. He hit it to a double play his first time up.
Hey!
Love how vocal the umpire is today. No doubt in the hitter's mind, catcher's mind, and even the pitcher's mind as to the conviction in the call.
Nope. Outside.
The 1-1 is fouled off. Just off the outside part of the plate.
Recognize that changeup right out of the hand. Just spit on it.
And
Ball, that's outside.
Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch. Battling here as he fouls it away. Payoff pitch. On the ground, right side, and it finds its way through for a hit. So he ends up with a hit after seeing a lot of pitches. That was a good at bat. Here comes Freddie Freeman up to hit. Went down on strikes his first time through. And that misses. And that's ball one.
Well, he gets more focused at the plate and working the count after that first at-bat strikeout.
Shohei on the go. And it's fouled off. Ohtani stands at first with one out. Here's the pitch. Runner goes again.
Oh, that's out.
There's a ball.
No reason there.
When your catcher's not in great work, you have to do a better job of controlling the running game. And that's throwing over, that's stepping off, doing whatever you can to try to keep that base stealer's rhythm off. Well, they weren't able to do it right there. They're going to have to make some type of adjustment, or players are going to be running all game.
And ball four to a board.
Okay, for the Dodgers, third baseman, Max.
First and second, one out. And now it's Max Muncy. He's 0 for 1. And that is out of play.
The last thing he wants is to hit the ball on the ground, but I wouldn't expect many pitches up in the zone. They'll be pitching for a double play in this spot.
And it stays fair. Here's Ohtani flying around third. He'll score easily. It's an RBI single, and now they trail by 1.
Well, back within one as he brings home the run. I know it was a ground ball, but it was absolutely hammered through the infield. And that's not one you're excited to get in front of if you're an infielder. You know they used to say, charge it. Crazy.
2 aboard with 1 out. Now it's Mookie Betts. This one chopped on the ground, but foul. That one way inside. On the ground to second, might be 2. Over to Perdomo. That's 1. And they bounce into 2 already. This one ends the third. So 1 run in the inning on this base hit. It's now a 3-2 ball game. Back here at Chavez Ravine as we go to the top of the 4th. Alec Thomas stands in now for the Diamondbacks. On the ground to third. Muncy sends it to first. One pitch and one out.
Up next for the Diamondbacks, left fielder Lourdes.
Here's Lourdes Gurriel Jr. Walked his first time. Swing and a high fly ball to left. Hernandez has a beat on it. And there's two away.
Up next for the Diamondbacks, first baseman.
Next to hit for Arizona, Carlos Santana. Struck out swinging his first time.
Ball.
Activity in the bullpen for the Dodgers. Emmett Sheehan appears to be getting loose. Dreyer, a left-hander, also throwing. Two down, nobody on.
Hey.
Here's a 1-1. Swing and a miss. 99. How do you do?
Well, you got to find a way to catch up to that pitch. Perhaps shorten the swing, eliminate the stride. That one came in hot. But right down the middle, you're saying to yourself, how did I miss that pitch? Got to make a quick adjustment.
Just
Ball
missed.
three.
Geraldo Perdomo on deck for Arizona. Payoff pitch. Sets him down looking. That was pretty nasty. Diamondbacks down quickly, but they're up 3-2. Back here at Dodger Stadium, and at the plate for the Dodgers, Kyle Tucker.
You know, these Dodgers showing great discipline at the plate, and patience definitely seems to be the name of their game in this one. They're doing a good job of working the pitch count, and they've been able to push a couple of runs across to score as well. Still relatively early, but with the pair of runs already on the board, the ripple effect of that high pitch count might set them up to do more damage later in this game.
That misses.
Yep, that ball went out.
3-0.
Well, at that velocity, if that's all you're seeing, 88, you can handle that all day long. That's what you get in batting practice. But off the velocity of the fastball, that is a very tough pitch to adjust to.
Fouled off, and they'll do it again. We'll see another payoff pitch. Gets a piece and stays alive. Payoff pitch. Goes down swinging for the strikeout. He didn't make it easy for him on the mound, but they still get the strikeout. And now the center fielder, Andy Pajes. What a stop. Jump throw. 2 away.
Up next for the Dodgers, left fielder.
Seeing an impressive jump throw from the hole and short. Let's see what StatCast has to say.
Now he's just showing off out there. I mean, I don't know if fans realize how much arm strength you need to make that throw. This guy's got a rocket of an arm, and that was on full display right there. Just an awesome job.
Here's Teoscar Hernandez.
Ball. That's inside.
Just missed.
Looks like he's being a little cautious with him in this at bat after doubling the first time up. Doesn't want to make another mistake.
That one finds the zone, and it's 2-1.
In today's game, not that many fastball counts, but hitters still in the back of their minds, they're looking for one. 2-0 changeup call right there. Excellent pitch selection to go with.
And a swing and a miss.
Sold it really well with the arm speed. Swung underneath it, so changeup that stayed a little bit more on plane than what he was anticipating.
Oh, great stop. Over to first. It's there, and that's a great play. Dodgers go down quietly. They trail it 3-2. Back here in L.A., ready now for the fifth inning. Geraldo Perdomo stands in now for the Diamondbacks. This is a guy you got to keep an eye on when he digs in. Definitely been known to drop a drag bunt from time to time, and he's pretty good at it, Chris.
Yeah, and he creates a sense of urgency for the defense because of the speed, because of the ability to put down that bunt.
That misses off the outside edge. Now you see even sluggers from time to time try and use the bunt really as a way to beat the shift. Out towards right center field. Pajas takes it in for the out. And there's one down.
Up next for the Diamondbacks, second baseman Ketel Marte.
An outstanding hitter in Ketel Marte. Cruising on the mound right now, but a dangerous hitter here in this spot. A guy with some slug to him. That's in for a strike. Right through there for a strike. That one misses in the dirt. Way inside, gets out of the way. Yeah, that's too high. The kick, the 3-2. Fights it off. He'll see another. And a payoff pitch. Stays alive. Too high. It's ball four. And that's an 8-pitch walk. He really made the pitcher work for that one. And an ABS challenge coming from behind the dish. Didn't miss by too much, but it'll stay a ball. One challenge remaining for them now. It appears Dave Roberts is going to dig into his bullpen as he comes out of the dugout to make the change. Ohtani will depart, and it wasn't his best start, but he kept them in it to this point, and will come back with a new arm. So out of the pen comes the right-hander, Emmett Sheehan, getting ready to make his season debut. And now, Corbin Carroll. He's already homered here in this one. First pitch, and he has to get out of the way.
Oh, the adrenaline's pumping right there. Pretty good fastball. Unfortunately, he got away from him. He's going to have to corral things a little bit.
Ball. Sheehan, in his third season, 26 years old, and he was a 6th-round draft pick in 2021. Here's a 2-1. And the
Ball,
slider
back outside.
just misses.
Tried to backdoor him with that slider right there, but just missed off the plate. Good pitch, though.
Three-one is on the way. That's too high, and it's ball 4. Another walk.
Up next for the Diamondbacks, the designated hitter, Peyton Smith.
First and second, 1 out. Peyton Smith stands in now for the Diamondbacks. 1 for 2.
All eyes on the double play ball in this spot. No better way to get out of this inning.
Two on, 1 out. In the air, left field. Hernandez ranging after it. Makes the grab.
Up next for the Diamondbacks, third baseman, Nolan Arenado.
Here's Nolan Arenado, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts.
The only adjustment he needs to make is his target. If you aim at the outside corner, that slider's going to end up way off the plate. Perhaps look a little more down the middle, and you get it right where you want it.
The next offer misses. 2 balls, no strikes.
Struggled a little bit in this one. Couple of strikeouts earlier, but doing a much better job in this at bat to get ahead and find a good hitter's count at 2-0.
Two on, 2 outs. And that one fouled off. Popped in the air. Left field. Hernandez settles under it. And that's the 3rd out. Excellent work out of the Dodgers bullpen there. Last half of the 5th coming up. It's the Diamondbacks 3 and the Dodgers 2. This is NL West action on MLB The Show. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And at the plate for the Dodgers, Miguel Rojas. That one finishes the zone. That's strike 1. Activity in the Arizona bullpen. Paul Sewald preparing to come on if needed. Thompson also getting ready. And now the 0-1.
Ball, that's out.
Late swing fouled off.
Really going after him here. All fastballs to get ahead in the count.
That one just misses.
That's a really good take.
Ball 3.
Just misses there.
He's really tightening up his hitting zone with 2 strikes here. I love it.
Payoff pitch. Foul ball, and it remains a full count. That's foul off to the right side, keeps the AB going. And a 3-2. And ball 4 there. Tyrone is on base. The batter now will be Will Smith. gets in there at the knees for a strike.
That's a great take right there. Even though it's a strike, with the situation, runner on first base, you want to keep the ball off the ground. And you swing at that pitch, most likely you roll into a double play.
Inside, almost got him. Tying run is at first here on opening day. And there's the ball.
You don't want to get beat by a fastball in, and he spits on that one.
High fly ball out to left field. Gurriel in position. Takes it in for the out.
Up next for the Dodgers, designated hitter, Shohei Ohtani.
One out man at first. Here's Ohtani. Singing, you can't ask for anything more. This guy checks all the boxes offensively.
He's the ultimate professional, and it doesn't just start at game time. It starts in the afternoon, the way he prepares and gets ready for the ball game. I tell you what, his teammates feed off of the leadership that he shows on and off the field.
Swings through that.
Big time jam right there. I hate it as a hitter, but standing in center field, you can't help but chuckle a little bit.
Foul ball. It stays 0-2. And a swing and a miss. Beat him with a fastball.
Well, when you commit to throwing an inside fastball to your glove side across the strike zone, especially with 2 strikes, if you're going to miss, you want to miss off the plate in. You do not want to leave it out over the heart of the plate. So that was excellent execution on that pitch. Really tied him up, and he couldn't get a piece at all.
That's a base hit. They stop the lead runner at second. Now 2 on with 2 outs.
Nice line drive with the pull side, met it out front, but just stayed through it nice enough and ripped it into the outfield. Now a pretty big at bat coming up with a chance to even this ball game up.
Torey Lovullo is out of the dugout, and he's going to make a move here. Merrill Kelly won't go any further tonight. Just never found his groove, wasn't able to settle in. New arm coming on, back in a moment. New arm out of the bullpen, Paul Sewald.
Still pretty early in the ball game, so this bullpen has some work ahead of him. Best case scenario might be if he can come in here and get several quick outs, kind of bridge the gap that starter left for him.
First and second, 2 outs. Here comes Max Muncy.
RBI knock for him last time. Now a chance to drive in another run.
Big one finds the zone. 0-1. Tying run in scoring position. Last half of inning number 5. That one ran inside, almost got him.
It's a big opportunity right here, but I love the way he's slowing the game down. He's shrinking his zone, making sure he gets the pitch that he wants to hit.
Hot shot to first base, and he snags it to end the inning. Dodgers strand a couple. They're down 3-2. Welcome back. It's been a great game, so let's take another look at the most important moment so far. Gabriel Moreno stands in now for the Diamondbacks.
Gabriel Moreno.
First pitch, and he just misses. I thought that was a strike, and here's a challenge. It just shaved the zone. So they get to hang on to their second challenge. The 0-1. That's a strike across the top of the zone. And he dodges that fastball. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
Well, that's the money maker right there. 2 strikes, slider down and away from the same side thrower as the hitter. I mean, it's just tough. You're looking to protect with 2 strikes and very difficult to lay off.
Now up next for Arizona, Alek Thomas. And that's in there at the knees for a strike. Here comes the 0-1.
Nope.
There's a swing and a miss. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Up next, for the Diamondbacks, left fielder, Lourdes.
2 outs, base is empty. Here's Gurriel. Hammered down the right side, but foul. Now the 0-1.
Ball, that's just out.
Two down, nobody on. And
that's
the
a ball.
1-2 misses to even the count. A little bit low.
No, that's down.
And a foul ball, he stays alive.
You could see he was trying to stay back long enough to handle the off-speed pitch, but just a little tardy on the fastball.
3-2 on the way. And he walked him.
Ball 4.
And he represents the tying run on base after that hard-fought walk.
First baseman, Carlos Santana.
Next up for the Diamondbacks, Carlos Santana. Check swing, and he went. Strike 1. That one almost got him.
Ball 2.
Ripped, but it curls foul. Gurriel off of first with 2 away. Swings through it for the K. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one. 1 left for Arizona, but they still lead at 3-2. Well, we go bottom 6, and at the plate for the Dodgers, Mookie Betts. in the air, foul off first. Takes it in for the out.
Up next for the Dodgers, right fielder, Kyle Tucker.
Here's Kyle Tucker. Infield shifted to the pull side.
If you don't get ahead in the count, you can forget about having any success against him.
Yeah, a foul ball. Home team down a run here on opening day. Gets to it with a slide. Fires to first. In the dirt. Break hit. Got him. What a play.
Great job from the first baseman to get a little dirty on the plate for the catch. Just because it looked easy, that doesn't mean it was.
Andy Pappas steps to the plate for the Dodgers. Fouled off. He was late.
Inside, ball one. Ball in.
Swing and a pop-off in foul ground. That is the inning. Dodgers down in order, and it's still a 3-2 ball game. Back here at Chavez Ravine, we go to the top of the seventh. Geraldo Perdomo stands in now for the Diamondbacks.
Off the plate, ball one.
Action in the bullpen. Alex Vesia, the left-handed reliever, appears to be getting loose. Stewart also throwing.
That's ball two.
Swing and a foul out of play. Ground ball left side. Bats up with it. Not in time.
He's in there.
He's safe.
Definitely found the perfect spot. Those can be hard sometimes. We talked about in left field. You're kind of anticipating cheating in for a ball. Hit something like that you can rob a little soft flare in front of you, but perfectly placed, so you reward the hitter with it.
Next to hit for Arizona, Ketel Marte. Got to be careful with a slugger like this because he can turn it into a 3-run game in the blink of an eye. That one hammered, but pulled foul. Swing and a high fly ball, well struck. Way back there, it's got a chance. On the warning track, and hauls it in.
Up next for the Diamondbacks, right fielder, Corbin Carroll.
Now up next for Arizona, Corbin Carroll. He's done some damage, launched a homer at his first at bat back in the first.
Yeah, that was a tone setter, no doubt. I mean, you can stomach an early solo homer, but a 3-run shot just doesn't go down quite as smooth.
That's in there. That's strike one. Swings through that one out in front that time.
Sometimes being lucky is a swing and miss. If he makes contact with that pitch, probably hits into a double play.
The 0-2. In the dirt, blocked to second. So a
He's
wild
safe.
pitch allows the runner to advance.
Really good read by the runner there. His secondary lead, he anticipates the trajectory going down and gets a really nice jump up to second base. Now he's in scoring position. He's taken away the double play opportunity.
One out and a runner at second here in the top half of inning number 7. Fouled off the plate. They'll do it again. Lined into right. And there's 2 away.
For the Diamondbacks, the designated hitter, Peyton Smith.
And next is the designated hitter, Peyton Smith. 1 for 3.
In this situation with first base open, he shouldn't give him anything to hit. There's a right-hander on deck.
And that's it for a strike. Man on second, 2 down. Check
Ball
swing.
1.
He held up. And that's ball 1.
Nice job to keep the hands back on that one. Out in front just a little bit.
A little out front there as he swings through it. Man at second. That's
Oh,
outside.
that's off the plate.
Now 2-2. Out towards right center field. Tucker under it. And that'll do it. 1 left for the Diamondbacks. And it remains a 3-2 ball game.
Now pitching for
We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Ryan Thompson ready to make his season debut. Teoscar Hernandez digs in now.
Ball.
The Diamondbacks with some movement in the pen. Taylor Clark, the hard-throwing righty, is up and loosening. Looking to get the tying run on base. Swing and a miss. Lifted in the air, right center field. And a base hit. Takes the turn. He's digging for second. The tag.
He's safe.
Well, that was an important at-bat in this game, so great job there stepping up to the challenge. Really important at-bat coming up now.
Here's the second baseman, Miguel Rojas. He is struck out, and he is walked. First pitch swinging with a single base runner because of all the power. They are dangerous to tie this thing up or take the lead. So the tying run at second. For a strike. 0-2.
2 really good back-to-back sliders. Now in an 0-2 count. He's feeling real confident about finishing this hitter off. He can go anywhere he wants.
Up the middle. Dives, but it's off his glove. No throw, and that leaves him with runners at first and third after a tricky play.
Now just a nice job coming through in a pretty high leverage spot right there. Now that sets up a huge at-bat in this ballgame.
And up to the plate is Will Smith. That one almost got him. 1-0. Nice grab. Off-balance feed. There's one. They get the out, but the run scores in the twin killing.
First and third, nobody out. You're thinking you've got it lined up for a pretty big inning right here. So that double play is pretty deflating. They get the run in, but now they're starting all over.
Base is empty after the double play. Shohei Ohtani steps to the plate for the Dodgers. Gotta be careful with this guy. He's got power. He can untie it with one swing. Two down, nobody on. That clips the corner.
Wow, just a beautiful backdoor slider right there. If you've got any chance of hitting that pitch, you have to wait until the absolutely last millisecond. Just a tough pitch to hit, and not an easy one to throw either.
In the air to left center. Gurriel should have this one. And that is that. So they even it up here as we head for a good finish to this one. 8th inning coming up. All tied up at 3 apiece. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Alex Vesia. So now it's Nolan Arenado. 0 for 3 in this one.
Ball, that's out.
The Dodgers bullpen with some action. Edwin Diaz, a right-hander with big strikeout stuff, is getting it fired up. Good hitters count the 2-0. Upstairs.
Ball, that's high.
Gabriel Moreno in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. And so the lefty allows the leadoff free pass. And the go-ahead run is on base. So a change being made at first base. D-backs bringing on a pinch runner. Jordan Lawler deploying some added speed as they look to take the lead. And now the catcher comes up to hit. Gabriel Moreno. Step off, throw to first.
No, he's in.
Lawler back in on a dive.
If you're a base runner, you've got to stay dialed in here. Look for anything in the dirt. Try your best to get into scoring position.
Misses again.
Ball 1.
5 in a row.
Way to lay off that pitch down.
The D-backs with the go-ahead run at first, and we're in the top of the 8th. Tap foul at the plate. Runner on the go, pitching for a strike. Throw, save. That's a stolen base. And the go-ahead run is now in scoring position. Here's a 1-2.
Foul ball.
Man at second. To the right side, Rojas throws to first in time. That was a productive play as the go-ahead run moves up to third.
Not a bad outcome in that spot. The runner moves up to third, and now they have a chance to drive in the go-ahead run. It's not a knock, but at the end of the day, it's a good at-bat.
Here's the center fielder, Alec Thomas.
Go-ahead run is 90 feet away. This at-bat could end up deciding the game when everything is said and done.
There's the strike.
Definitely a strikeout situation right here. Lots of ways for that go-ahead run to score if the ball's put in play.
Just missed.
Outside.
Swing and a miss. It's a ball in 2 strikes. Next offering upstairs.
In this situation, he's trying to get you to pop something up or jam you. That's a really good take, knowing you got an opportunity to drive in a run here.
Got him swinging. It's a strikeout. Huge strikeout there.
That's a huge strikeout right there. Big second out. Infield was in. They were playing the full court press, and he got the swing and miss. Keeps this one tied. This next at bat should be a lot of fun. The odds of wiggling out of this just went up considerably.
And it's Lourdes Gurriel Jr. The lefty to 1-0. Fastball for a strike at 95. In the dirt. Wow, that's a great job behind the dish there. Fires to third, but he's back. That's in there. That is strike 2.
He's in a tough spot, had to make a great pitch, did it, got the strikeout, gets out of the jam. Clearly, he's happy with those results.
Back here at Dodger Stadium, ready for the bottom of the 8th. Freddie Freeman steps to the plate for the Dodgers.
Definitely not a pitch location you're expecting up there as a hitter when you know the guy's got a good sinker ball. If you can get in that location, boy, you've got to look top to bottom, and that's going to make it very difficult to hit.
That one ripped, but foul. The 0-2. Swing and a miss, struck him out. And a key out leading off the bottom of the 8th.
That's tough. You see it well. I mean, that was clearly up and out of the strike zone, but that's one of the hardest things. You know, when you see a pitch out of the hand at eye level, that discipline to remember, I can't hit that pitch. If I can see it really well at eye level, I can't catch up to that pitch when a pitcher's got this kind of velocity.
Max Muncy at the dish.
0-1.
And the 1-0.
Ball 2.
All tied up here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. Swing and a miss as he was out front.
This guy's sink has so much drop in it. It's almost like a split finger fastball. Instead of just weak contact and balls on the ground, he gets swings and misses.
3-2
That's ball 3.
Mookie Betts in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. And there's ball 4.
Ball 4.
Up next for the Dodgers, shortstop Mookie Betts.
Go-ahead run on base. Here's Mookie now, known for his late-inning heroics. And fouled off. Here comes the 0-1.
Ball one.
Turns and fires the bounce. Just off the outside edge. Swing and a miss. Struck him out.
Well, that slider was way out of the zone, and for me, it just comes down to not seeing the pitch out of the hand, not tracking into the zone, and then also being a little bit anxious, not confident in your two-strike approach. And so when a guy's in that position, you get him to commit early, and a lot of times you get the swing and miss, as you did right there.
Now the Diamondbacks manager is out of the dugout, and he'll make a move to the pen. Ryan Thompson won't go any further, and it's a tie ball game as he heads for the dugout. Back with a new arm after a quick break.
Now pitching for
So out of the pen for the Diamondbacks, Taylor Clark. Kyle Tucker steps to the plate for the Dodgers. Swings through that high fastball. Two gone. The possible go-ahead run at first. Right through there for a strike.
Ball one.
That's a really good take right there. Slider down and in. Very difficult to get on the same plane and do anything with.
Here's a 1-2. And that one missing low.
He's trying to stay down in the zone, but the hitter just will not chase. Now back in a 2-2 count, he's going to have to go to something else to get him out.
And a 2-2.
Outside. Great RBI spot here. Just got to stay focused on the pitch. The runner will be in motion, so something in the gap should definitely score.
Muncy leads off first with 2 down to the inning. Makes a sliding stop. Throw to first. Nicely done for the out. One left for LA. Still tied 3-3. Back here in LA, we go to the ninth. Carlos Santana stands in now for the Diamondbacks.
Ball one.
Foul off down the right side. Left field. Dives, but he can't get it. It's a foul ball. That one inside. Look out. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming.
Definitely got the hitter conscious of the pitch inside. Really think the outer half is open.
Here's a 2-2. Good job to fight that one off.
Well, he's having a tough time getting a pitch by him. As a hitter, you feel pretty confident that you're seeing different pitches still able to make some type of contact.
Now fly ball to right center. Tucker settles underneath it. And there's one down.
Up next, for the Diamondbacks, shortstop.
Geraldo Perdomo getting ready to hit.
You want to be patient as a hitter, but you got to be ready to jump on the first thing straight. And he got one right there, but left the bat on his shoulder.
Swings through that one. Outside low. Now 1-2.
They tried to get him to go, chase the pitch down and away, but he wouldn't bite.
Battling here as he fouls it away. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. It appears Dave Roberts is going to dig into his bullpen as he comes out of the dugout to make the change. Alex Vesia gives way, and as he heads for the dugout, we'll take a quick break. New arm on the mound when we get back. Now the number 2 hitter, Ketel Marte. Pitch misses.
Nope, that's a ball.
And that is ball 1.
Good spot there, but didn't get the strike at the knees and doesn't seem too convinced by the call out there on the mound as he tries to get a better sense of the umpire strike zone.
2 down, nobody on. Popped up. Smith settles under this one. And that is that. So 1-2-3 go to Diamondbacks. So no change in the score. It's 3-3. We head to the bottom of the ninth. And at the plate for the Dodgers, Andy Pappas. Activity in the Arizona bullpen. Kevin Ginkel, the closer, is getting loose. The 1-0. Sliced hard but foul. The 1-1. And a swing and a miss. There's that slider.
Clearly he was sitting on a fastball right there and just ended up out in front of the slider. Hey, you can't fault him for his commitment. Now he's just going to have to battle with 2 strikes.
Comes up empty as he chases that one in the dirt. In time to get him. 1 away in the strikeout.
Well, that slider wasn't even close to the strike zone, and he got him to chase. That's just a bad approach right there. Either he was looking for something else and got completely fooled, or he was sitting all over the slider and just couldn't resist the temptation. But, man, really expanded right there and didn't have a chance of making contact with that pitch.
Now the left fielder, Teoscar Hernandez. And that's downstairs. And it's 1-0. This one chopped on the ground, but foul. Swings through that one for strike 2. Fouls it off, still 1-2. In the air, left field. Gurriel trying to get there. Won't get to this one. It drops back. And a 1-2. That one missed. Swings and misses, struck him out.
Well executed pitch on the outside part of the plate.
Second baseman, Miguel Rojas.
And next for LA, Miguel Rojas. That one fouled off. Trying to send this to extra innings.
Ball, that's in.
And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. 2 down, nobody on. We're in the last half of the 9th inning. Fouled off, and they'll do it again.
He hasn't gotten the result yet, but he's got to feel pretty confident. 3 foul balls in a row. He's right on this pitcher.
The 1-2. Gets a piece and stays alive.
Also really good at bat. What I like about this guy, his bat stays in the zone for a long time. Gives him the ability to foul off tough pitches.
And a good eye there.
Executed that pitch very nicely. Just missed with it.
Set down on strikes. That's the 3rd out, and we'll play extra innings in this one. Nothing doing for the Dodgers here. Score remains tied at 3. Back here at Chavez Ravine. On to extra innings. Corbin Carroll stands in now for the Diamondbacks.
In the game, everyone gets a little tighter. Way to get ahead on a really good hitter right there.
Man at second. Strike 2.
Well, if he's going to do something special right here, it's going to have to happen with 2 strikes.
Fights it off. You'll see another. And the 0-2. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout. And Chris, that's a way to neutralize his speed by keeping him off base.
And the defense breathes a sigh of relief because he puts pressure on everyone if he can put the ball in play. But that's how you do it. Keep him off balance, get him out of there, and deal with the next guy.
Go ahead run on base. Pavin Smith now at the plate. Ground ball, Freddie Freeman. He steps on the bag. That was a productive play as the go-ahead run moves up to 3rd.
Up next, for the Diamondbacks, third baseman, Jordan Lawler.
Jordan Lawler stands in now for the Diamondbacks. Came into the game as a pinch runner. This is his first trip to the plate in this one. Breaking ball is down and away. 2 down. Go ahead run in scoring position. He was late there. Strike 1.
When you throw a fastball by a guy like that, I imagine it's got to feel incredible. Look for him to throw it again at some point.
And a count 1-2. Blows the high lead past him. That's a strikeout. It's the Diamondbacks 3 and the Dodgers 3.
Now pitching for
Back here in extras, and a new pitcher on the mound in the bottom half of the inning, Cade Stroud.
They know that he can get a right-hander out, but he's in position to face a couple of lefties this inning.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. Will Smith to the plate. And there's no doubt that they'll feed off the energy from this crowd, right?
I mean, yeah, I'd say the intensity level has gone up a few notches for sure.
Strike one.
Well, this is just par for the course these days. Huge fastballs coming out of the bullpen.
Hard hit left side. In plenty of time to first. One out the bottom of the 10th. So a change being made out at second. On the pinch run for the Dodgers. Ha-Seong Kim. He's a potential winning run, so they're hoping he can score at a base hit. And now, Shohei Ohtani.
Good pitch right there. Anytime you can get one by a bat of this caliber, especially with runners on, it's got to give you some confidence out there on the mound that you can win this bat.
What a stop. Takes it himself, and he got him. Nicely done at first for the out.
Up next for the Dodgers, first baseman, Freddie.
Clutch situation, and here comes one of the best hitters of these spots, Freddie Freeman.
3-pitch strikeout last time up. Got to put up more of a fight in this one.
And that one is inside ball one. That's inside.
Just missed with that good fastball inside, but it plants a seed in the hitter's mind. He's got to be ready for that pitch, which will open up the outside part of the plate.
And that is out of play. Winning run at third, 2 down here in extra innings. Fastball right back to the mound. And we're headed to the 11th. It's the Diamondbacks 3 and the Dodgers 3. Welcome back, and on the mound to start the 11th inning, Brock Stewart. Go-ahead run on base. Gabriel Moreno digs in now. 0 for 4, a couple of flyouts. He's also grounded out and struck out.
Well, I say it's the best pitch in baseball. Strike one. You get ahead on a good hitter as well. There's a little bit more confidence to move to the at-bat.
So the call will stand. No challenges left for them now. Runner edges away at second, and that's outside.
As a pitcher, you know the runner on second is ready to push things with his speed. A base hit is probably going to be a big run, so you really have to execute on the mound.
That one found hard the other way. The 1-2. Swings and lines a base hit into left field. And a good start to the inning. So they hold the runner at third, wanting to play it safe. Think that comes back to bite them?
Boy, it's hard to say. That runner on second to start extras is critical, and you want to make sure you don't waste him. If they don't score this inning, there'll be some second guessing for sure.
Looks like we've got a substitution at first. Here's the pinch runner for Arizona, Jorge Barrosa, getting some more speed on the bases. Alec Thomas stands in now for the Diamondbacks. And that one fouled off. The Diamondbacks with the go-ahead run at third. We are in the 11th. That kicks the corner. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Here's the 0-2. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. The 0-2. In the air out to center. That's a base hit. One runs in. Runner stops at third, and they're at the corners with nobody out.
When you go 0 for 5, 0 for 7, 0 for 8, it seems like an eternity, especially to start the season, because that's the one thing. Players want to get that first one out of the way so that they feel like, all right, I'm going to avoid this prolonged 0 for to start the season and get into a slump.
So digging in, Lourdes Gurriel Jr.
Ball.
In the infield at the corners, don't be surprised to see them come home first and prevent that run from scoring.
Just
Ball,
off
that's
the
out.
outside edge. Ball 2.
Yeah.
Traffic on the bases with one already in, and we're here at the top half of the 11th. That's off the inside
ball 3.
corner. Ball 3. Gurriel gets a piece. Payoff pitch. Swings and misses. Struck him out. So he needed a strikeout there, and he got it. And now we'll see how they play it defensively.
Yeah, now they can move the middle infielders back a little bit, get into double play depth, and look for a ground ball and roll it up, get a big double play, get out of this inning. I tell you what, that was a big strikeout in a spot where they really needed one.
Next is switch hitting first baseman Carlos Santana. 0 for 4 with 3 strikeouts and a flyout.
That's a ball.
Two on, 1 out. And a swing and a miss there.
It's had a tough day at the plate. 3 strikeouts already. It's hard not to think negative, but you got to find a way to somehow center up the baseball and put it in play.
Foul ball left side. He'll see another. Runners in the corners, 1 away. And here in extra innings. Outside with a breaking ball. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Inside, almost got him.
So here we go. Base runner at first, could be running on the pitch. He's got good enough speed to steal the bag and get in scoring position, even if it's a swing and miss at the plate.
3 balls, 2 strikes the count. Chopper to second. Kim. To Betts at second for 1. Not in time at first. It's a fielder's choice.
I promise you, there are guys that get a little bit faster when they can smell an RBI. That was a possible inning-ending double play. Great hustle, and he gets rewarded with the RBI because of it.
It appears Dave Roberts is going to dig into his bullpen as he comes out of the dugout to make the change. Brock Stewart will depart. Two-run ball game as he heads for the dugout, and we'll be back with a new pitcher. So they turn to the lefty in this spot, Jack Dreyer. The offense will need to be ready for the breaking stuff. He's got a great curveball. Back to the top of the order now. Geraldo Perdomo stands in now for the Diamondbacks. A switch hitter batting right. Foul ball. Here's your one.
Nope. Ball that's outside.
Swing and a ball popped in the air. That's a base hit. They stop the lead runner at second. Now 2 on with 2 outs.
Up next for the Diamondbacks. Second
Big
baseman,
at bat coming up for Ketel Marte.
Ball.
That's in there for a strike, and now it's even.
I think he was sitting off speed right there because he just let the fastball go by.
2 on, 2 outs. Ground ball, and that's through the infield. Headed for the plate. The throw in. But it's offline. It's 6-3.
Comes through with the RBI. That one was smoke coming off the bat, and it looked like there might have been a close play at the plate. Good job of base running rounding third, making sure he could come in and score that run.
Now Corbin Carroll to the dish for a big at bat. First offering way inside, almost got him. Two aboard, 2 outs. And another ball. Foul ball there. Two and 1 now, 2 aboard. That one fouled off. The 2-2 on the way. Pitch kicks away. Throw into third, safe there, and we've got runners at second and third with 2 away.
No trouble moving up to second on that play with the ball getting that far away from the catcher. Nice job to take advantage of the wild pitch.
Bit of strategy here. They issue the intentional walk, and that'll set up a force play at any base. All loaded up. Pavin Smith stands in now for the Diamondbacks. This one in the dirt, and well done to keep it close. Next offering misses. 2 balls, no strikes.
Pressure's on right here. 2-0 count, bases loaded. You don't want to fall to a 3-ball count and then walk in a run. He's got to challenge the hitter right here.
Foul ball there. So they're all loaded up. Swinging a foul straight back. The 2-2. And a foul ball, he stays alive.
Pitcher having a pretty tough time getting that swing and miss. Third foul ball in a row.
Got him swinging for the kill. They limit the damage here. So they get 3 runs in the inning, but they also leave the bases loaded. Last shot here as we go to the bottom of the 11th. It's the Diamondbacks 6 and the Dodgers 3. This is NL West action on MLB The Show.
Now pitching for
Back now and on the mound, the closer, Kevin Ginkel. A chance at his first save of the year. Adrian Del Castillo, the new catcher now.
Number 25, Adrian Del Castillo.
Here comes Max Muncy.
So important to get ahead of these hitters. You don't want to issue a free pass and allow that tying run to come to the plate. Always want to keep that other team in a position where if they're going to beat you, they're going to have to do it with multiple hits.
Man at second. And a foul ball. That's off the mark. Ball 1.
His understanding of the strike zone, very impressive. That was a very close 0-2 fastball. I just don't know how you take that.
Here's a 1-2. Swing and a miss, struck him out.
Well, that's always the key to effective pitching, is getting ahead in the count. And as a pitcher, it really allows you to start expanding the zone. Hitters become defensive, and all of a sudden that plate starts to get really wide. And what happens is, because of the pressure, you end up committing to a pitch as a batter before you recognize what it is, and that's what leads to the strikeout.
So now, with 1 away and a man at second, Mookie Betts will hit next. Fought off foul. Swing and a foul back, and that's out of play. In the air, right field. Carroll moving under it. 2 down.
Up next for the Dodgers, right fielder Kyle Tucker.
So they're down to their final out. And now the right fielder, Kyle Tucker.
Well, no need to go right at this guy. First base is open. He can hurt you. So make him expand his zone. If he doesn't, give him a walk.
Man on second, 2 down. The 2-1. That's a bullet, but it goes foul. Ginkel is just 1 strike away. Battling here as he fouls it away. Just missed.
Pressure mountain right here with the tying run in the on-deck circle. He's got to find the strike zone.
The D-backs trying to close out a 3-run lead, and we're in the bottom of the 11th. And that'll bring the tying run to the plate. Andy Thomas getting ready to hit. Half to say he's one of the most impressive young players I've seen in recent years.
Well, no question about it. His future is very bright. The city, the organization, both are excited about him. He has a lot to look forward to.
The tying run at the plate. And that's fouled off. When you think about it, he may be in the league for the next 10 or 15 years. Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2. Tying run at the plate. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Swing and a miss, and that's the ball game.
Nice work out of the bullpen for that first MLB win. They turned to him when they didn't have the lead. He kept things steady, and he's rewarded with the W.
6-3 our final score. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. We'll see you soon.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to like the video. And more importantly, share it with your friends.